Today, I'm going to show you an AI shortcut using Gemini so that you can create stunning visuals and infographics from a deep search inquiry on Gemini. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to open up your browser window. You're going to type in your search bar, gemini.google.com. And you are going to head over to Gemini. Now, once you're inside Gemini, we are going to perform a deep research query. So this is something that is very helpful for doing market research. I'm a business consultant, so some of the clients that I work with, we're constantly doing market research to identify opportunities in their specific niche and in their industry. So I'm going to use that example today. A client that I work with is a marriage coach. So I'm going to use a specific prompt. And of course, if you have questions about prompts, reach out to me. I have a whole PDF of prompts that you can borrow for deep research queries. But you're going to take the prompt, you're going to go into Gemini, you're going to paste the prompt in, and then you're going to make sure that you select deep research. So if you haven't used deep research yet, here's what we're talking about. So AI, large language model like Gemini, is going to go out and comb the web. It's going to look at Reddit, social media, all the different things that are posted on Google. It's going to search all over blogs, articles, news clippings, and all the different places it can to collect this data and provide it back to you in a way that's very specific to how you've asked it to orient the data. So this prompt specifically says, act as a market research expert and conduct research on the marriage coaching industry. Do a deep dive into the current market size, growth trajectory, and different niches within the marriage coaching sector that are being underserved. So what we're going to do is click submit on this deep research query. Now, Gemini is going to do a little bit of thinking. It's going to come up with a plan for you. So it's going to tell you exactly what its plan is, what websites it's going to research. Then it's going to analyze the results, create a report, and give you an estimate of how much time it's going to take. So depending on how deep of a research query this is and how much data it's assuming is out there, sometimes these queries can take upwards of 30 minutes, but in most cases, Gemini is going to get it done in just a few minutes. So once you've read through that plan, you can either edit it by making suggestions, or you can click on Start Research. Then we're going to let it do its thing. It's going to do the research for you. It's going to think, it's going to comb, it's going to analyze, and it'll get back to you with a result. Now you can see here, it's giving you a progress update on the amount of searching it has done. It's pulling up all the different websites, which you can actually use as sources. You can go look, you can check, you can do a competitive analysis. And it's going to kind of keep you updated as it conducts its search. And you can see here, this deep search is really going deep, researching dozens of different websites, giving a comprehensive industry overview, addressing information gaps, compiling the report. So it's close to being done. Then I'm very excited to show you the next steps, how you can turn this research into very stunning visual graphics. Again, you can use for keynotes, content, presentations, pitch decks, meetings with clients, and so on. There's so many applications for this awesome function, and it is a huge, huge time saver. All right, it's about to finish up. You can see here that it says it's creating the report. And voila, just like that, within a couple of minutes, we have a strategic market analysis talking all about the industry that we inquired on, right? So this is obviously a very wordy summary, right? It would take some time to read through all of this information. So here's the best part about Gemini. Now that we have done this deep market analysis, this deep research, what we can do is click up here in the top right-hand corner on the Create button. You can see here that you have the option to create a web page, an infographic, a quiz, or an audio overview. all of which are amazing. But for this specific summary, I want to create a infographic. So I'm going to click on create, and then I'm going to select infographic, and Gemini is going to go to work on coding a HTML formatted infographic, taking all of this information and summarizing it in a very visually appealing way. So we're going to let it do its thing again. We're going to let it think through and create the code. And then I'm going to show you what to do next so that you can see it in a preview form. Once you have the code, you'll select Canvas mode inside of Gemini. You will ask Gemini to create the code in Canvas mode so that you can preview it. You'll paste the code in, and then it is going to create a preview of the infographic. So you can see over here on the right-hand side, you can toggle between the code it created and the preview. But the beauty is, look at this. It gives you a summary of all the deep research in an infographic style. Easy to understand, easy to read, easy to share, and easy to teach. Now, obviously, you can take this code and embed it in many different applications, or you can even screenshot it to share inside of your presentations. You can share this as a live URL with your clients. It will just create this beautiful page that displays the code in a way that is easy to understand and easy to present. It's going to showcase everything from the actual market standards, numbers, data, statistics. It's going to present other information that's important based on the original inquiry that you provided. It's going to show any graphs or relevant data in that way. And then it's also going to break it down into other very specific things. Now, again, this is all based on the prompt that you use. So when it comes to prompting, that's the number one thing, the most important. When you want to get a specific outcome, you have to give very specific parameters in your prompt. There is truly an art and a science to prompt engineering. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe to the channel to learn more, or reach out. I love to nerd out on this stuff with people, and I'm always here to help show you how you can use these tools in your workflow to simplify your life.